in my 20 years of researching and learning self-development for myself, Kundalini yoga, spirituality, concepts of universal intelligence and things like that, I've been studying and I've followed some gurus and experts in the personal development field. And what I'm noticing more and more is just how scammy some of those can be. Some of them are good, and some of them I can see their intention is just to get more followers and sell programs. So we're going to go through what I've observed, what some spiritual gurus and experts are doing, what I think people are looking for now, which is more authenticity, and sort of things to look for when you're going on YouTube, whether you're looking at free content such as this or other things. What are things that are like heading, I think, in the right way, and what are some of the red flags? Okay, so let's begin. So this is what I've been observing. So I've read, I don't know, a couple hundred books. I've been to many workshops. I've taken Kundalini yoga. I was a Kundalini yoga teacher. I have written a book for children in self-help, and I'm now recently doing YouTube videos. Now, how I never think that I am on a pedestal. I never talk down to people. I don't think that I am better than anybody. I don't even think I know more than anybody. If anything, what I'm doing is I've picked up some things that have been helpful, and all I do is I share out loud. That's all this is. And like I never ever feel that who I'm talking to, I am better than. So that's how I approach this channel and how I approach really life. Like I don't think anybody is below me. I also don't think anybody is like higher. I don't think there's a hierarchy, and I think everybody is sort of in different spots along their path. That's it. Because I'm now sort of, I wouldn't even say teaching, just sharing some things that I know. I've looked into, how to use these platforms. How do you teach these things? Like on what platforms? Like what would be the best thing? And people, you'd be surprised, in the personal development and also in the guru, more spiritual side, even in the yoga, when you look up like how do I share some things I know with other people, those people, those gurus, those experts are selling programs on how to tell you to do it, to do like what they did, okay? And it's sort of like a manipulation, because when I learn how they're teaching to do, they're using a lot of manipulation. For example, they'll tell you, okay, you want followers, you want to give them free content, but the free content leads so that you can give them a PDF for free. Then in that PDF or whatever it is, just give them enough information so that you sell them this $37 thing. After the $37 thing, you want to keep sending them emails so they buy this program, and then ultimately your goal to really make money and to be in the master class is to sell this $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 program. And then they teach you the whole thing of like how to get clients. And I really dislike this spiritual BSing of really you're sharing yourself and you're doing them a favor by putting this together and charging $3,000. You're helping people. But meanwhile, to me, it's very scammy, and they're trying to sell you something. Meanwhile, they're analyzing your pain points. They even tell you, like, I went on something for free. Who's your avatar? Who are you selling to? What's, like, let's say it's Janet. She's this many years old. She's into yoga. Okay, what are her pain points? Okay, so make sure you learn her pain points and then sell something that addresses exactly her pain points, and you package it this way so that she orders it. Okay, this is the stuff that you're seeing, that you might be following people and you think, oh, these programs are trying to help me. In the back end, that's what they're doing, and that's what they're telling other people to be like them. It's very scamming. It drives me bananas. And after I saw a few that most of them are doing this, I then just started doing the YouTube, and you'll see, like, I think it's so sleazy to say, oh, get my free blah, blah, blah in the links. then you get that, but it's attached to an email, and then I'm going to just like keep emailing you and bugging you so that you buy the next thing. I don't like that, so I'm not doing that. Any information is because I'm hoping to help you. I don't know how to monetize anything yet that feels good, where it's a clean exchange. I'll figure that out. But right now, like, I'm not doing that. That doesn't feel good. And if you'll notice in those programs, it's always like, it can be spiritual and it can be like personal development. I have the answers. I have the program for you. Follow these 3 or 5 things. And then they tell you, in the morning, do this, do this, do this, do this. Like the program is done for you, served for you on a platter. They know what's best for you. Do these things and you'll be enlightened, or do these things and you'll be happy. Do these things and you'll be whatever they're selling you. Okay. It's like a snake oil salesman wrapped up in a like spiritual bag and wrapped up in personal development bag, and you could tell it just drives me crazy. But here's the thing. None of these people are telling you that like all the answers are within. Don't follow their steps and garbage that they think they're coming from a pedestal. I know more than you. I've studied your pain points and I think you need this, so here is my solution for you. I think that's complete garbage. Anybody that sells you a program or something that they've developed and then they call it something, and it often has like an acronym of a cheesy crap name. And then there's my program and it costs X amount, and then you'll be fine. Total garbage, total BS. The answers are always within you. Like a real teacher will always tell you that you have the answers, and they'll guide you to how you can find the answers. Okay, so that's what I discovered of the guru slimy, yucky stuff. And I think we're going to go away more and more from that. I have a feeling that you and other people, certainly me, want authenticity. So like if you're sharing something with me, I want to know that maybe you've been through some things. Like, don't pitch at me from a pedestal, me thinking that you're perfect and you have all the answers and you figured it out, because I think we're going to see more and more gurus and personal development people coming to light that their lives are screwed up in the background. I don't think these are all genuine people that have all their stuff figured out. I think you can share some things that you've learned and be really helpful, sort of like what I'm doing, and there's some other ones, but not coming from perfection. Embracing that you have shadows, that you don't know everything, that you're completely imperfect. Why are you imperfect? Because you're human. You can't have everything figured out in the universe. It's impossible. Our senses pick up like 0.00001% of what actually is in the universe. So you think that I'm going to package and serve you something that tells you that I have all the answers of the universe and just follow me and pay me X amount and I will give you everything. Complete horse crap, okay? It's much more easy and a little bit complex. Easy in a sense that it's always within. The bird just came up to the window. Always within, but how you get to that within, that's where you might need a little bit of guidance. But that guidance is telling you to go within, okay? So if somebody's sharing with me that they're learning, they're imperfect, but these are the things that I've learned along the way, then I'm listening, okay? Because you're just like me. It's okay to share. Like, I've got these things figured out, but my life is screwed up, like not so awesome over here. I'm listening. And it's the same with you. If you want to share your gifts and you like have this, it's going to be more and more that you're going to have an intuition and instinct to share whatever it is. It could be whatever. It could be arts, baking, painting, a new way of doing something. And you're going to have a sort of sense of how to do it. You're going to do it, and you're going to do it imperfectly. You're going to just figure it out, fail, trip, and do it again, and figure out something as you go. And I think it's great if you show people as you go, as you're messing up. It's awesome. Like, maybe one day I get to a point where I actually have people listening to these recordings, and I'm looking back, I'm like, those videos weren't great and it wasn't the best quality. I was doing the best that I could, but you saw me learning and evolving in front of you, right? I don't have everything figured out. I don't always know, maybe how to do the best videos, but I'm certainly trying. So I think authenticity, showing your mistakes, your shadows as you're doing something new, people will love that. And if you're in the video world, not super perfect edited stuff, just real. People want to be real and they want to see other people that are real. Okay, so let's get into what's a good teacher. A teacher to me sort of has like a teacher student, and it automatically, as soon as you say I'm a teacher, sort of separates. So I don't love that term. I kind of like the term guide, because guide is like, I don't know, it feels like you're at the same level, and a guide is just like showing you some things that maybe you hadn't looked at, sort of like a tour guide in a city, right? I don't think that you're not good and uneducated because you don't know the city. It's a new city and it's like, oh, well, check out over here, and did you know this, and here's some history of this. Like, it's super cool, right? Guiding you, same level. Now, the guide is guiding you to what? It's guiding you to remember who you actually are, okay? It's always for the person to point back at you, to show you who you are. And any of the tips or whatever is for you to remember who you are. So for example, I've done meditations. I talk about following your heart. If you look at other videos, I call this Heartful because it's a heart-centered approach to life. And that's following your heart is where you're going to remember who you are. I won't get into the details now. I'm going to do other videos of how to remember who you are. But it's just to show you that the teacher always leads you back to yourself. I've mentioned this before. For example, a teacher who's saying, look, there's the moon. Look at the moon. Isn't that gorgeous? You're not idolizing the person who's telling you to look at the moon, right? I'm guiding you to tell you all the answers are in the moon or at the moon, for example. I am not saying to idolize me because I said to look over there, right? It's a different way of sharing information. It's like sharing information without a spiritual ego. Because you can have a spiritual ego in these concepts of like, I have all the answers, a source just talks to me, I'm ordained, sort of like what the church does, and you're down there and you have to go through me to get to source. No. I am getting messages, yes, through source, and it's coming through me, and I know you're a piece of source too. And I'm just reminding you to look at the piece that's within you, and you're connecting to me because you're connecting to the piece which is within me equally, right? It's because you're seeing it in me, we're the same, we come from one. And when I'm talking about remembering, it's sort of how like, would you go to somebody with dementia and make fun of them and think that you're more superior with them because your memory's better? Like, look at that person, they have dementia, like what an idiot. It's like, you would never do that. Or somebody with Alzheimer's or somebody that had a concussion be like, well, I have full memory and you don't. So I'm up here and let me sell you some programs to get you your memory or whatever. And I'm so great. It's ridiculous if you put it that way, but that's sort of the spiritual ego and what I see in this spiritual realms when we're talking about like improving your life of however it is. Some remember more. Some are remembering less, but your true self is the same. Some are remembering more. So I've been on a journey for, let's say, 20 years. Well, over 20 years, yeah, I'm going to remember more and more and more and more and more and more and more because I'm actively working on it, and I've developed some things that helps me remember and helps me connect more. I'm sharing how you can remember more and more and more. So you'll see the videos that I've done and the videos that are coming. It's always about that. It's always about the heart center and how to connect more to yourself so that you can remember more of who you are. Basically, you have all the answers. You always have. You're going to find answers. It's your inner knowing, it's your intuition, and your instincts. Now, in the world that we live in today, we are super disconnected from everything, and society and a lot of things have taught you to disconnect, and you're connecting to devices, you're connecting to shows, and you're connecting to everything but your internal self. So today, yeah, you could use a guide to just help you remember and some things and some tricks and stuff. But remember the difference between a guide helping you remember because I think you have all the answers and I'm just maybe guiding you to remember, as opposed to they have all the answers. They're so much better than me. I need to buy their package and follow what they do so that I can be enlightened like them. Okay? Do you see the difference? So that's what I'm witnessing that's driving me a little bit crazy. And I just wanted to mention it because I've seen it just so much and been studying it a long time. I can now see and I can now feel when somebody's talking to you, like even in YouTube, like hopefully you have a sense of me, like I'm here for you. I have no hidden agenda. I don't need your email. I don't want anything. I don't want anything from you. I truly care. Like I love all people and I connect with them. It doesn't matter if I know you or not. I really authentically want the best for you, even though I don't know you. And you could probably feel that in my first couple of sentences, right? That's your heart talking to you saying, oh yeah, this makes sense. So just be really cautious when you're wanting to connect more, going in this field. Some people will take advantage of your vulnerability, especially if you're having a hard time and struggling something, and just be very careful when somebody tells you they have all the answers for you, okay? So I wanted to share that. Hopefully that was helpful. I will, of course, continue to make videos on how that you can remember who you are and to tap into that, because once you do that, life is just, you have that connection and it just feels really different. You connect to yourself, you connect to others, you connect to nature, and then you start to feel better and better and better. So I hope that was helpful. My name is Jose Lindsay. This is Heartful. Thank you so much. Namaste.